Many people want to move from home and be on their own. Malia and her brother Joseph knew what it would take to do that.
Work. We worked a lot. Over 4 years, me and my brother were saving, kept saving.
This summer, they found an apartment where the property manager wanted them to pay $8,800 to move in.
She told us since we didn't have any credit or anything, we had to pay 6 months rent.
They paid it, left their mother's house, and moved in.
We were excited that we really did this big step.
For a month and a half, everything was great, till things collapsed.
I just heard a big boom, and he called me to come in. He just fell inside the ground, like the wood just fell with him.
A hole had opened up in the living room floor. Later that day, it got worse.
The whole floor caved in. There was nothing in the room but the wood.
Malia contacted the property manager.
She told me someone was going to come tomorrow to fix it. But how can someone fix that in a day?
They didn't fix it. The county slapped an unsafe structure warning on the property, and Malia was told her lease was terminated.
They told us we would be receiving some of the money, but they never followed up with us about it.
In fact, the promise to return some of her money disappeared just like the floor.
I just want our money back.
Losing all their money and their apartment is not what Malia and her brother expected when they moved out on their own.
It's crazy, it's scary, it's devastating.
Well, legally, where do Malia and Joseph stand, Howard?
The law calls this a casualty which terminates the lease. Also, they are entitled to get back unused or advanced rent, plus the security deposit. But they do have to pay for the 45 days they live there.
We contacted the property manager. She agreed to return the entire $8,800 and not deduct rent for the 45 days Malia and her brother Joseph lived there. She drew up a settlement that said after both sides signed it, it was over. And then a first for us. We got a text from Malia saying no. She wrote, "Personally, I want to accept what they're offering, but," referring to her brother Joseph, "he said he's not signing anything." Her brother wants to hire an attorney and sue the landlord. What do you think about that, Howard?
It's risky. If you go to court and win, you're not going to get much more than the $8,800 the landlord offered, and probably will have to pay your attorney 30 to 40% of that. If you lose, you don't get anything back, and while you don't have to pay your lawyer, you have to pay the landlord's attorney's fees. If I were them, I would take the $8,800 and move on.
We got Malia and Joseph the $8,800 they wanted. Her brother said forget that, but Malia won't forget her first apartment experience.
I was confused, I was scared, I didn't know what to do.
Hopefully you'll never experience that again. And we don't tell people what to do. We give them their options, tell them what we would do, and let them make a decision. Joseph might be right in turning down the $8,800, and he might be wrong. A problem floored you? Contact us before things collapse. Let us nail it down and construct a solution for you. This helped me, Howard and Patrick Frazier, 7 News.